Hello, 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 hello. I'm so excited to finally get this going. Sorry, I had a little bit of a technical glitch, but we're all up and running now. Thanks for joining me, guys. This is my first Facebook Live, the first of many. I'm going to be doing them more or less weekly up until about the 8th of December when we have a month off, which will be lovely. I basically want to start to share some things digitally because I can do a one-to-many through this portal, and we are going to be starting some online seminars, webinars, training, learning, downloads, doing all that sort of fun stuff. I've had a little bit of time off due to some health, some fun with fibroids, I'm calling it. I will be sharing all of that because I've got lots of tips and advice because I can't believe how full on it has been. For the first time in my life, I didn't have energy. I couldn't keep my work up. And thankfully, my hubby is his business is doing great, and I was able to do all my stuff that I do there, my BDM marketing, online, digital, invoicing, chasing up some money, and just learning about what I need to do to move forward and learning about getting healthy. So I've turned into one of those people that really has changed her life because I had to. And I think there's a lot of people out there who are doing that. So I will definitely be sharing that. I did ask for questions. That was my mic. Do you guys want to check out my mic? It's a seriously, how great is this? But the stand I ordered doesn't fit. Not a problem. I'll sort that out later. The thing that I wanted to say was I did ask for some questions because I thought, well, I need to really tell you guys, I need to talk to you about what you really want to hear about, not just what I generally think people should know about business. The interesting thing is I had a lot of parents or people asking about parenting and social media. I did it for some friends. I do a school talk, and I do go and I'm pouring my coffee because it's been one of those mornings, daylight saving, right? I do a lot of talks to parents and schools. I've done it a lot more in the past. I will be doing more in the future because I'm finding there's a lot of commonality and a lot of great area, and I'm not too sure how to navigate the space. I've decided, due to the number of questions here coming through with what I should be talking about, I'm going to do this as a separate private conversation because a lot of people didn't want to ask things publicly, but I want to make it interactive. So I'll probably be creating a page or a group or something for that, and I'll let you know about that on my pages as well, but just if you want to share it with people who are having the same sort of challenges and struggles. So we're not going to talk about that today. Bullying and parenting with social media will come at a later date. Okay, so let me just tell you, I'm going to just do an overview of the questions we are going to talk about, just to give you some context, and not too late to send me some questions here if you'd like me to answer anything that isn't covered. Okay, so do I need a website? Which social media site should I be using? What's a blog? Do I need it? Do I have to put everything online? I'm a private person. I don't want to share my life with the world. What do I put say in social media? And a couple of wholesalers. Hello, my old people out there just asking what they need to do, and I have a little bit of comments about that at the end as well. Probably again going to do something a bit separate. It looks like we're definitely getting some digital questions, some online selling questions, and branding, import, export, selling, wholesale sort of questions as well. So all covering. So let's get into it, guys. Do I need a website? Yes, yes, yes. There's no exception. There's a lot of exceptions and a lot of different personalizations for different businesses, but I have to tell you, there is no exception to do I need a website? I'm going to tell you a little quick story just to give you a little bit of context about how it works before I go into the further questions. My hubby is JP Brickwork, Jason Purcell, very, very clever, talented bricklayer, great clients, great crew. When we met, of course, he had a Hotmail account, and that was about it. And as I started to build his profile online, I think we started with a Facebook page, then I built the website, and then I went into Instagram and started working on, showing him LinkedIn, and he's very curious, which is lucky for me. So he does like to get in. He's very digital savvy. So it was just really sort of the business angle. And through the whole build, took a long time to get the website up because, mechanics can't, and always takes longer to do your own stuff. So we had, I think the website had been up, and Instagram had started. We branded some T-shirts and we put branding on the ute that one of his guys drives and his truck. It was sort of like the perfect storm. And I remember I was in Hong Kong with Innovation Pitch Fest at the Hong Kong Trade Development Council's seminar where we were exhibiting some of our products. And he rang me and he said, "Oh my God, Nance, the weirdest thing just happened. A guy just walked up to me and said, 'Are you Jason from JP Brickwork?'" And, you know, Jace had his T-shirt on. And he said, "Yes." He said, "I follow you on Instagram." Or Nancy, he actually said, you know, Nancy and I connected on Instagram. "And I've been looking out for you. And I saw your truck drive past a couple of times. And I've just seen your truck outside. So I came in to look for you." And it was just so funny because he literally, this guy had been following JP Brickwork on Instagram, had gone over, looked at the website, had just happened to see the truck. Hey, Paul. Had happened to see the truck in the street, in Bronte, actually. Went into the cafe, there was Jace, they had a chat, and then Jace did some work for him in the new year. That was December, and it was in the new year. And Jason was just perplexed and mesmerized. He was like, "Oh my God, this is how it's happened." And that's how it happens. It happens in so many different ways. So you can have an amazing real life presence, but unless you give me the street directory to go and find you, sometimes I'll never meet you online if I don't meet you offline, and vice versa. So having your own website is where you can actually, it's your own space. I definitely say this, and I've got some really great little visuals and tools when we do workshops, and it is all about your website and your physical place and you as a person. That's where you live. Social media is where you actually rent the space out. So we rent space here on Facebook. So for example, I'm putting this video up here. I normally do Zoom videos and webinars because I can save that to my computer, or I can embed it on my website. It's mine. Facebook here could turn off tomorrow and this video will be gone. That's how social media works. And we've all seen, I think we've all been digitally savvy enough and observant enough to see a lot of sites that don't exist anymore. And that's also a reality in the world that we live in. So if you put all this effort into one social media site and then people go away or the site goes away, then what do you do? Because your content is gone. So what we do is use our business, our physical business, and our website as our core space, as our central hub. And then we post things digitally in social, on Insta, at events, whatever it is, and put that all back into the website. Link it all back. All roads must lead to Rome, which is your website. So if you don't have a website, you need a website. For businesses who are service providers like I am, like JP Brickwork, a WordPress site is great. That's all you need. Be a little bit careful with, I know I've seen the ads for, what's that lovely man from Summer Bay? Can't remember his name now, which is terrible, isn't it? But he does this ad and go, you know, Crazy Domains or GoDaddy, you know, build a website with there. I'm not a big fan of that myself because it's very proprietary. But if that's what gets you started, just get started. We all weren't great when we learnt to drive, and then we all got better with more experience. Your website doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to say who you are and what you do, because that's too many people are waiting for things to be perfect, and it's not real life, folks, is it? We all know that. So just get started and then get refining, because that's what we've got to do in life and in business at the moment. So, and if you sell, then please, please, please go get a Shopify site. I cannot, Shopify. Don't do any, I'm not even going to name the others in case I confuse you. I just want you to know this, Shopify. Simple. It's all there. They do the marketing for you. If you do some handmade stuff, fantastic, then go and add to Etsy. You can also do on Etsy, but keep it all Shopify and work on the blog. So that leads us to our next question. So what is a blog? Do I need it? So a blog is where you post content that's relevant to you and or your customer, about your business, about services, about things that you see in the world that you think is important. So I'm going to say this to you, and this sort of links into what do I put, say, in social media. I'll do that in a little bit more content, detail in a sec. But imagine if I walked into your business today and you were trying to sell me something, what would you tell me about? So I've got this phone in my hand. I've got this iPhone, and what is somebody going to tell me about the iPhone when I walk into the store? Why is it quicker? Is it smarter? Does it have apps on it? Why this and not another one? Research has shown, look at all the cool things it does. Imagine that. I walk into your homeware store. Your homeware store, Excellent. Paul just said, great advice. I'm halfway through developing my website right now. Totally agree. It's just, just get started. And then, the cool thing is that then you add to it, and people, when they come and visit you, they then have more to look at and more interesting things to say. So it's also sort of like, you look good, you've got it started, but hey, I want you to come back and visit and see how I'm going. Paul is an amazing chef, so I can't wait to see his website. So imagine all the stuff that he can plug in once he gets started. Hey, welcome to my website. This is what I've been doing. We're going to be doing this in the future. Hey, let me post it when we do it. Very, very cool and exciting. So let's go back to the blog with the context of homeware store. So we've got these great cushions that have just come in. They're amazing bamboo cotton fabric. Why the great thing about bamboo, you can wash it. Did you know bamboo saves the world, saves wastage, chemicals, da-da-da-da. So all these things that you would tell me when I walk into your store is what you would put in your site. I hope that makes sense. If you're a fashion store, fashion's so easy, right? You can put video in from the multiple fashion weeks that have been around the world. You can put inspiration. We sell this skirt, but check out, Meghan Markle, she wore the same sort of look last week. Or, hey, check out what, Adriana Huffington was wearing. Did you want that sort of look? Very classy and elegant. Here's what we sell as well. So you can definitely leverage that. If you're in fashion at the moment, all you really need to use is all the amazing stylish women who are currently on TV. So, Lisa Wilkinson is beautiful, stylish. I don't want to say age appropriate because there's no such thing as age appropriate, but she shows that you can just be divine and on trend all the time. You don't have to sort of turn it off at a certain decade. We've got Kerry Bickmore. She's pregnant. So if you do pregnant stuff, there's great inspiration there. There's great newsreaders. There's great reporters. Kerry Ann Kennelly's back on TV. Use all those people. Hey, Michelle. Hi. So use all those people then as reference. Use the people that your customers are seeing in the world, whether it is business, political, fashion, celebrity. Use those people then into your content back on your blog. So you do definitely have to be a blog, because you have to have a blog on your website, because that's where you chat and talk and put content in. So your blog is where you have chats to people. So remember, what do I put in the blog? I put info that helps tell the customer who I am, what I do, and sell my product, because that's why we're here. We're here to make business. We're here to make money. We're here to create businesses that make money. And if you do want to have a charity angle and perspective, fantastic. I'm not saying don't be charitable. Be charitable, whether it's public or private, but business makes money. So be very, very savvy and commercial and strategic. We will be doing, I think next week or the week after, the Facebook Live will be around strategy and sort of strategic thinking. So I do always try and sort of put, like, if you're homewares, if you're service provider, if you're fashion, just to give a good cross-section of content there. Do I have to put everything online? Now, this was about an online store, what online store people should have. Yes. You have a shop, you pay a lot of rent, you've already bought the product or you're about to buy the product. I want to see it as a customer online. I'm constantly surprised that this is a question I get asked all the time. And I can tell you, I started selling online in 1996. Was not easy, was not simple, but we did sell online. And I get asked this all the time about, do I need to put everything? Oh, I don't have time. I don't have photos. I don't have. There's no excuse now with smartphones. Again, if the pictures aren't perfect, that's fine. Just make sure I can see what the picture says. Just, the same thing, like, food bloggers and Instagrammers and, those guys give a great, if you are thinking, how do I take a picture of this? Just go onto Instagram, Pinterest, Etsy, the internet, and have a look at how influencers are using the product, and then go and see how are they shooting it, what's their composition. I'm going to do that. Don't copy it outright. If you're going to do that and you want some help, then contact one of these influencers and say, can you take some pictures of my product? I'll pay you, or I'll give you some product in return. You can do a contra deal. That's easy. Don't copy, be inspired. And I think that's the thing, while you're learning, figure out what's working already and then just use that content yourself. So I do have to say, yes, you have to put everything online. Don't put anything online without a picture. That is my pet hate. We've just moved, hence my very, very sort of strange corner. I normally have better lighting, a little bit something interesting for you to look at the back. But we've just moved, and I was looking for a clothesline, and I cannot tell you, it was just hard work to find a clothesline. So when I found one that actually had a picture, then they didn't ship. And then there was ones that I thought were interesting, but there weren't good enough pictures. I just don't understand. So just take a really simple picture, even if it is the worst picture on the planet, but still shows me what it is. If you've got a nice wooden floor, just put it on the floor and take a photo. Simple. There's some really great little tutorials and things around too about backgrounds to use. Emma Bloomfield does a really beautiful job on. I think she runs a workshop now around how to take pictures of your homewares and your designs and things. So great content around. And if you do have any questions about where to find stuff, just drop me a line and I'll find an answer for you. If I don't know what, I can find it. A lot I don't know, but a lot I can find. Okay, so let's keep going, guys, because we're just touching on these and we'll go into them deeper at a later date. I'm not a private person. I don't want to share my life. Absolutely fine. Social media and the internet is all about the rules of engagement, and you create your own rules of engagement. You do not have to post your life. You are a business person sharing about your business. Now, on the other hand, people like to see the person behind the business. But again, too, think of it this way. If I come into your business, then I meet you. Hi, I'm Nancy. So you're going to meet me anyway. I'm Nancy. I'm the owner of this business. How can I help you? As much as I would tell you, share with you face-to-face is what you can share online. Now, I find a lot of people cut their nose to spite their face because they don't want to put anything online about themselves. They don't want to show themselves as the face behind the business. Again, I've got to say, girls, it's mainly the women that do this because they think they're not attractive enough, or people will criticize, or people will come back on them. That's not your issue. You are amazing. You are the owner of the business. Introduce yourself and share your content, share your information. Again, too, you get dressed and go to work. That's the face that people see. That's the face that you can show online. Don't be silent and hidden, because I think that hurts you a lot more than it helps you. But again, remember this, everybody. There are rules of engagement, and you set your own rules. Some people show you everything, from the birth of their kid right through to the kid's 21st. That's fine. That's their rules of engagement. I don't do that myself. I like to share a little bit. I do share a little bit of my own personal life online. I definitely show where I go and what has relevance, I think, to my client base when I'm traveling, when I just walk past stuff. But I don't really share our personal things. I don't share, I share things that I think will help people away from business. But again, too, I don't overshare to the point that I had a busted ankle once, and I got told off because people didn't know I had a busted ankle because I didn't share it online. I was like, well, I didn't feel like sharing it online. So again, you set the rules of engagement. Okay, what do I say in social media? So just to reiterate this, you share what you need to share to get your business moving and selling or growing or whatever that is. So if you are thinking about, I don't know what to say about this, don't sound like a robot either. Don't use the description from a product as the post on social media. Think about, okay, if I had my customer in front of me here in my store, at my market stall, wherever I am, what would I say to them about this product? That's exactly what you've got to say. Tell me what you would tell me face to face. Tell me in the social media post. Again, I've had a few people come through this year with, I do a 4-hour power meeting. So if you want some help, I can definitely help you with the 4-hour power or the 2-hour super. But I'm going to be offering a little bit of auditing between now and Christmas. So if you want your social media audited, your website audited, maybe some of your language audited, whatever you want some help with, I'm going to do some little quick sort of spotlight auditing to help people. See, I haven't had my second coffee, folks. My mouth's not working. So yeah, and the reason I'm doing this, I think, is just to give some guidance around when people get started in things. I know I have been helping I just even to past clients or my Innovation Pitch Fest. I'll share some stuff about Innovation Pitch Fest in another Facebook Live. But my Innovation Pitch Fest is sometimes I'll see that they've posted something in social, and I'll send a little note and go, really? Are we going to do that? Or how about doing this? Or I saw so-and-so do that. Why don't you call them and connect with them? So I do that generally in my day-to-day life. So I'm going to offer it as well. So if you wanted some help around the content or descriptions or things that you're using through social to sell your product, please, I'm totally available to help you on that. And, ask your friends, build your own sort of advisory board. That was one of the things. I did get a couple of questions around that. So I will talk networking and advisory board again next week or the week after. I'm just sort of finalizing based on the order of popularity of questions. But I do get that a lot. What do I, who do I ask and who do I think? Hang on, I've just had a quick question from Paul. I hope it's okay to use your name, Paul. If you guys want to post questions and don't want me to put a shout out to you, please say. Why do I lose just as many followers as I gain on Insta? Oh, good question. That's because they're computer robots, bots as they call them. So, they are programmed to follow certain hashtags. They're programmed to follow certain keywords. So they'll follow you, then Instagram shuts them down, or somebody else reports them and blocks them. So then all of a sudden Instagram goes, hey, this person doesn't look like a real person, we're cutting them out. So they're far more diligent. I remember Twitter had the same thing for a long time, where you were like, you know what? That person's got 10,000 followers, 8,000 of which are bots, or they've bought them. Remember, there was a lot of that sort of, buying them. On Insta, it's far more automative. So that's all it is, that it is just people who come and go. Now, can I just say something? Don't use your likes, number of people who like you, as a guide at all. It's all about engagement. The key word here for social and digital is engagement. And again, too, you might not have high engagement, but if 5 people call you and buy from you or engage your business because of a post that they saw, that's 5 people that you wouldn't have had before. So it is about who engages you and how they get started. Please don't take it personally, definitely. But don't look at your likes, because again, too, don't forget, this is what we do now, right? On Instagram. Oh, that's cute. I love that. Oh yeah, that's happening. People just don't stop and like anymore either. And I don't know about you, but I try and like, and I try and comment, because I just think people are thinking what's going on out there. But that's not the norm. And again, too, on Instagram, let's talk Instagram, we're all in stories. So people are in stories all the time now. So again, too, they might not even, now so to see your story, they have to follow your page. That there is a massive correlation there. But again, too, they might not be liking your post, but they'll be seeing your stories. And I'm just in my long list of things to blog about for the next sort of couple of weeks. I've got a screenshot of that. So what I did was I did a post in Insta, and then I took the same sort of picture and did it as a story in Insta. I think I had 10, 12 likes, but I had 74 impressions on the story. So again, too, people are seeing and consuming stories a lot more. So yeah, don't get obsessed with likes. Just really work on, doing your thing and doing it well. Instagram as well too, bots follow you on a hashtag. I shared sustainable about the Sydney water refill stations at Reed Exhibitions Playworld last weekend. And then I got an invitation from a sustainable bikini range to be an influencer. Hey, we'd love you to be an influencer, because that bot was programmed to follow the word sustainable, because they were sustainable materials. They were as big as this. So I'm definitely not their target market. So that was a bad match. So it's just an example of how bots work. So don't be too concerned about that. So I was really conscious to keep this to 20 minutes, and I've just gone 22. I just want to say two quick things actually. One is, you guys need to have an email sign up campaign. And again, too, I've really let this go because of all the stuff that I've been happening in the last 12 months, but I'm back onto it. The biggest thing you have to do is collect emails from your customers. You have to be able to know who you're talking to. And when you do great things, you need to contact them digitally. So without emails for your customers, that's not going to happen. So again, too, that's in the program for the immediate future. We're going to do just a Facebook Live on that. And wholesalers, be the brand. Do not, and again, I can tell you, I started wholesale in 1996. I used to hear all the time, oh no, I can't sell direct to consumers. My retailers won't like it. I'll lose retailers. And then online happened, and I was still hearing, oh, we can't sell online because our retailers won't like it. And if you look at you as a wholesaler, the range that you have, the overheads that you have, the stock that you have to bring in, the warehouses that you have to have, how many of your retailers have that assortment? So I want you to think about these wholesalers. Be the brand, build the brand, and send customers into your retailers. That's the biggest, most important thing that you can do. But you have to sell online. You have to sell online. If I'm a consumer and I can't find a product, My internet just did something funny. If I'm a consumer and I can't find a product, I'm going to just get so annoyed and go and find the product somewhere else. So that's it from me, folks. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Thanks for Michelle and Paul for coming on and having a wave. For the people that consume this later or watch this later, enjoy. I'm going to keep doing these weekly just so I can connect and share and see some of the observations. We might even do a news desk sort of setup. But if there's something you want to know, let me know because you can ask me anything. See you. I'm Nancy Georges. Bye.